Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's the 29th. It's December, and I'm packing my truck because I'm hitting the road for about a month. I'm going to meet up with a bunch of subscribers. And what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. F. I don't like that. My bad. At any rate, I'm going to meet up with several subscribers, and I'm going to try to make my way to California. We'll see how that works out. But I put that video up this morning. I made the video real quick and uploaded the wrong video. So I killed it and then I uploaded the right video, but it wasn't the same. And I was thinking about some of the comments that I saw in the comment section, and I kind of wanted to address them a little bit. So that's what I'm doing right now. So there's that. At any rate, let's jump in the chat right quickly. We got Chad Chaddington. He is from Mass. What's up, brother? I am Moon Man. What's up? Ethereal Phenotype. RM, aka Good Morning Ron Fig. Farming Mom, Melissa L. Save with Liz. Sarah Martinez. Noah Michael. Daniel Axton. All right, we're getting ridiculous numbers. Angel Bulldog. Philip James. What's up? Sam from Prague. Q City Lady. Michael Donnell Jr. What's up, man? David Roche has got the wrench. Groot has been shadow banned, has his own YouTube channel. You should check it out. He's got the wrench as well. Andrew Potter, what's up, man? Yeah, the sun's out, dude. Crazy, right? The Mindful Project. Lauren Staggs. Broken Reality has the wrench. Nunya, what's up from Virginia? Melissa L. Joker's Harley. Wisdom Dare. The Woken Truth, and everybody else. All right. So I'm sorry, I can't just sit here and read these people. I get comments. I can't believe you were reading people's names. Well, sometimes people like hearing their names, and if that makes people happy, effing A. You know what I'm saying? So there it is. Kathy Emma, what's up? All right. Let me see if I can do this correctly real quick. Screen share, application, alien invasion, unbelievable. We're even talking about this for real. See this right here? This is CBS News, and it's yesterday, and they are talking about CenturyLink is leaving customers without 911 and without internet. Now, just take a look at this real quick. It's just a strange little thing, but they do it all the time. 9/11. They love 9/11, 9/11, 9/11, 9/11, the biggest, most complicated thing with so many loose ends that nobody seems to care about except us. And we're just stupid conspiracy theorists. So who cares? Even though every month another conspiracy theory becomes mainstream news. But take a look at the way they frame this particular picture. 9/11 and then 3-2-2. Is it a bit of a stretch? A little bit, but watch. They're going to show it from another angle, and it's going to continue to show again. 9/11, 3-2-2. So who's that? Who's that? Seriously. And then what's this right here? I don't think that's anything. I'm not the best mather ever, but science is my thing. 1126. So all over the West Coast and above the West, not the above, like central US to the north don't have internet. They don't have 9/11. Yesterday, we get smoked with 9/11. The night before, 9/11 all over the West Coast. And then, wackily enough, all this stuff starts to happen where there's electrical explosions in Virginia. There's electrical explosions in Kenner. There's electrical explosions in New York City. And I couldn't help but notice that all year long, this was a huge topic. Look at this lady. She looks like a monster. I mean, look at the face. Look at that. It's just creepy, but whatever. All year long, the Pentagon, the Navy, pilots, the news, everyone is saying UFOs used to be for those wacko conspiracy theorists, but now it's just right for everyone because they're coming out and saying they're true. Well, most of us wacko conspiracy theorists weren't saying they were true. We were saying that this is just man-made technology. It's been around for a long, long time. And there's that. Yes. 322 is Skull and Bones. Today is 322, says Hope, Sweet Hope. Hey, today is 322. 12 equals 3, 29 equals 11, I don't know. Yeah, so yeah, I hear you, but I'm looking for more flagrant stuff. You know what I'm saying? At any rate, magically 2018, every single, pilots would never say anything about seeing anything in the sky. Suddenly they're all coming out. The Navy's coming out, the Pentagon's coming out. And then footage shows up of a pyramid. That was a really good piece. A pyramid floating over the Pentagon. And then the other thing allegedly in New York City. Now, whether those are true or not, I don't care. That wasn't the point of my video. My point was those were all over the internet. Boom, boom, boom. Right after the sky turns blue in New York City, every news place, including Russia Today, picks up the story and start talking about, is this Russia secretly attacking the United States or is it aliens? They're putting it out there. So you combine these things. First, we have the Paradise fires burning down an entire city in Paradise, and nobody seems to know exactly where anybody is. The news, USA Today, is obviously answering a plain truth by saying Paradise is lost, but we found the residents. But it's still such a very gray area. I don't know where these residents are, where they were, and if they've ever been accounted for. But I do know that Paradise, California, this giant piece of California next to Chico right here on Route 99, got smoked. And it's funny because this article shows it. Okay, how does this work? I forget. It shows before and after. You see this picture right here? Before, there's the neighborhood, there's the houses, everything's fine. After, the entire tree line is completely and totally there. All the houses completely are gone, but the forest is there. So it was a forest fire without any forest burning, just the houses. Any of the wood that did burn was burned because they got singed from the houses. You see what I'm saying? The evidence is more than abundant. Look at this. This building was made of stone. Before, after, completely gone. Notice the tree here. Before, the tree has leaves. Everything's fine. After the fire, before the fire, the tree doesn't have any leaves. After the fire, the building's gone, but the tree now has leaves, and all the trees around it are standing. It doesn't make any sense unless you look at all the videos and pictures taken, and fire people that work for California wildfire, dudes with lots of experience are saying that this is absolutely off the hook. It doesn't make any sense. This is before. See all the houses? This is after. See all the houses? They're completely obliterated. They're level. They're all uniformly burnt to the ground. That's directed energy. That's what directed energy can do. Notice that after the fire, all the trees are still standing. Before, after, before. There's no way the people that printed this don't know that. They know that some of us know, but that the majority don't know and don't care. Before, every single solitary house is smited to the ground. Concrete, steel, no matter what, completely, totally, 100% gone. Trees are still standing. So how do you have a forest fire that gets so out of control that it burns down every single solitary neighborhood, but it doesn't burn down the forest? Because it isn't what it is. And I really and truly, if I'm wrong, it is what it is. I really and truly think all this crazy shit that's happening on the East Coast right now, because New York isn't the only place where something exploded and the sky turned blue, so much so that worldwide media picked up the story. 3 other locations that I know of, Kenner and in Virginia. Boom, boom, boom. Every single one of them had really crazy lights in the sky, and every single one of them had unbelievably crazy noises. I know what a transformer looks like when it pops. I've seen them go before. I live in the ocean, remember? Nor'easters take out transformers, and they are spectacular, but they don't light the sky up blue long enough for everybody that's got a camera to get a picture of it, and it did. For instance, this is just absolutely crazy. This is Kenner. I showed you this last night. Here we go. Ready? Boom, boom. And I understand that light can travel like that. It could look like that. but I can't help but notice that every single one of them is coming. It looks like the beam is coming down firsthand. I mean, what is this? We just live in the world's most coincidental reality that things like this are just happening all in a row as though somebody were testing. And meanwhile, 911 is down all over the country. Internet is down. People are trying to use their phones and their internet and simply getting a busy signal. And meanwhile, this is happening everywhere. Yeah. Yeah. And the fact that the meme, the alien invasion, the UFO over the Pentagon, the UFO over New York City, this meme has been injected into our consciousness. It's not an accident. Be prepared. It's funny that I'm telling you about this and you're seeing this, a blue beam, a blue beam, a blue beam. What did we always say when the staged alien invasion was going to show up? It would be called Project Blue Beam. You're looking at a blue beam going right down the line, just smoking stuff. So that's pretty crazy to me. And then I find some more stories. You know, this is from November 4th. The Air Force's rods from gods could hit with the force of a nuclear weapon with no fallout, kinetic energy. These are basically, I don't even think they're real, but they're telling us they're real. So that's disconcerting. This could be the same type of electromagnetic power that they use in a railgun. If you were to use a railgun, and they're using it, they just simply take electromagnetic energy and they blow a piece of depleted uranium miles so fast that when this thing without any gunpowder or explosives in it hits you, it blows you to pieces. That wouldn't work on a circular planet right off the bat. That just would not work, just so you know. It wouldn't work. But it does work, and that should tell you something right there. So there's that. This coming out on the 18th. How many people do you know that even are aware? This isn't some conspiracy. This isn't from Zero Hedge or some other website that isn't considered mainstream. This is from the White House. I've never seen them say, get ready for 6 months without power. And then every time you turn around, this is happening someplace else. There isn't going to be any power. Be prepared. There'll be no power. Be no power. Be prepared. Blah, blah, blah. Every time you turn around, another video is popping up with electrical shit blowing up and everything turning blue. Or the internet's completely out. Or 9/11's completely out. Or someone's getting an emergency alert. You noticing the trend? It's picking up. It's speeding up, in my opinion. I don't know what else to tell you. Am I wrong? Maybe, but I don't think so. Oh boy, who do we got here? I can see somebody's getting smited. Check out Suspicious. Yeah, I don't follow that channel, man, at all. RFB's email is rjcjr10@yahoo.com, but he doesn't need links to other people's videos and such. Believe it or not, I don't need my email flooded. I give it out because you need it. But please don't send me 2, 3, 4, 5 emails a day because I'm just going to send them to spam. Then I don't read 4 other emails that might have been important. You see what I'm saying? Use your discernment. 1,000 people watching, 186 thumbs up. Really? Really? Who's this person right here? Yeah. At any rate, what do you think about the Tesla tower that went up? I haven't seen it. True Stream Media stopped and did a video on it. I don't know what to make of that whatsoever at all. It's old technology, and I don't think it'll be good for us. They're not going to put anything up that's good for humanity. I mean, I find it absolutely ridiculous that they're telling people that I'm dying here. I'm choking on my own ridiculousness. I find it funny that they're telling all the new building codes in California are saying that you have to, if you rebuild a house or you build a new house, you have to put solar in. Well, what's the difference? They're blocking the sun. That isn't a rumor or a theory anymore. They're blocking the sun, but they have been blocking the sun. But like I said, I think they're going to block the sun so bad that they're like, you know what? We better mention something because too many of those assholes on YouTube are yelling about this. You know what I'm saying? Because it does make a difference. If what we thought and what we said didn't matter, we wouldn't even have social media. Social media wasn't meant to keep us all happy and entertained. Social media was made to break down your brain, your ability to focus, concentrate, and think for yourself. And that's exactly what it's done. Double-edged sword. Can you spread information? Hell yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. My main channel is almost at 300,000. Took 10 years for 300,000. Channel's been down 4 times. Other channels last year had 700,000 subscribers. This year they're almost at 2 million. You know what they're talking about? Bullshit, UFOs, and NASA. And I cannot stress this enough. And I don't care if he's watching or hears or whatever. If you are such an enthusiast that 2 million people are following you and you're talking about UFOs, you're not doing your homework. Because if you look into them, you will see that anything that's been caught on video, caught on tape, or pictures have been taken of it, we can also find the patents and the blueprints, and usually Henshaw in China or Northrop Grumman written on the side. It's our technology. Aliens are demons, demonic entities. If you don't think demons are real, then you're not real. Because explain what you are. Why are we? What are we? We're never-ending energy. We never die. This body, trust me, the body fails big time, big time. But we never die. You cannot extinguish energy. And that's the stuff that they're harnessing. 5G is going to be their attempt to recreate. In the beginning, there was God and then the Word. They're going to try to recreate the Word that God spoke everything into existence that's still reverberating right now. They're going to try to redo that because that's their entire game. They're going to try to undo creation. It's going to cause all sorts of havoc, I would suspect. But Lucifer and 33% of his pals do not dig us. They were here way before we were. These are the things that built the towers and all these pyramids and all the other things we can't do. When we were made, it really pissed off a bunch of angels. So much so that literal angels of God. I'm an angel. I'm an angel. Like, seriously? And somebody convinced, they were so agitated about us being created that another angel was able to convince 33% of them to leave heaven and come down here where they're still at right now. And then, no pun intended, all hell broke loose. That's a true story. If you don't know it, I don't know what to tell you. Look into science for real. See your fingerprint? Go match that up to the pattern in the middle of a sunflower seed, or a seashell, or the dimensions of your fingers to your wrist. Fibonacci sequence, golden ratio is in absolutely everything. That is the fingerprint of the creator. Science damn well knows it because I know it, and now you know it, unless you already did know it. I don't know. At any rate, unbelievable. All right, I almost got caught up with a troll here. Chat's stuck, which is beauteous. Look at that. So, I mean, think about this. This is common sense. And I know so many people, Richie, that's completely ridiculous. Dude, all of a sudden in the last 2 days, UFOs, whether they were created by somebody who wanted to see what people thought, UFOs, aliens have been interjected into the mainstream news absolutely everywhere. Coincidentally, while places on the East Coast are getting lit up, the same East Coast that a few days ago I was telling you, and then you told me there's helicopters from Maine to Florida. Remember that? Military helicopters? And now so far we've had 3 electrical explosions on the East Coast. That doesn't happen. That's not normal. You see what I'm saying? Because if it was normal, we wouldn't be talking about it. So something's awry, something's up, and that's all there is to it. I mean, I'm doing a live stream about the 9/11 alert, the 911 alerts, and one goes off. I mean, seriously, how crazy is this? What's up? If you guys don't know David Yates' YouTube channel, he makes lots of videos about his dogs and chemtrails. You should subscribe to him because I love reading the comments. Somebody wrote, I live 2 hours from you and there's no chemtrails. Well, really? Are you sure? Because I've had 2 cameras running and they were chemtrailing the stuffing out of us. And then the same night, the skies were blue down the street in New York. You see what I'm saying? So there's that. Don't be afraid. This is not fear porn. We were waiting for it. It is what it is. Be ready. Just be ready. Nobody's going to magically save us. Be prepared. Do not depend on Department of Homeland Security. FEMA, the United States government, because they're the ones doing this. So why would they save you? Ask the people in paradise how their emergency alerts worked before their houses burned to the ground or their cars burned to the ground with them in it. You know what I'm saying? Ask them about that. Why did they get no emergency alert before that fire came through? We've got tons of early detection equipment that can tell you flare, infrared, that a storm or a fire is coming. Why were all those people in paradise lined up perfectly on the side of the street, dead in their cars? Seriously. Because it was a test. And then magically on our coast, we're getting the same thing? I don't know. It just doesn't look good to me. And then 9/11. I can't stand saying it. 911 goes down, and then the internet goes down, and everyone's getting emergency alerts for absolutely nothing. I don't trust these dudes, man. I don't trust them. The cosmic rule, the rule, this is a game, perhaps, that God and Satan are playing. But the rules are, if you're going to F humanity in the A, you've got to tell them first. I got a funny feeling they're telling us. But what do I know? Any questions? I'm looking at the chat right now. I don't know why these things keep showing up. Yeah, I don't know who this dude is. You're out of here, man. It's just rude. Rude. At any rate, I'm looking. Trump will fake his death. I don't care. I don't see how Trump dying would matter to anybody. Have you seen iPad? Really? Have you ever watched my channel and the 50 videos I did on iPad Goat? Yes, I have. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'm talking about shit that's happening on the ground right now. I'm concerned that the 911 emergency calls are going out, that the internet's down, and the electrical things all over the East Coast are exploding magically. That worries me. Are they using us to shape our reality? I don't know, man, and no one will. I don't know. Chemtrail for witchcraft. Well, I am. Ranty Flat Earth says, keep preaching the flat. It's true, man. It's absolutely true. And I didn't watch videos and go, geez, that guy's right. I believe the earth is flat. When you go to the top of a 13,000-foot mountain and look straight out, the horizon comes right up. If the earth was a circular shape of any type, it would taper off. It wouldn't come up to meet your eye, and it does. That, along with the ships going over the horizon, Nikon P1000 pulls them right back in, and I got loads of video. I just don't upload it. I usually send it to ODD, and he just ignores it because he's fresh like that. Yeah. Believe it or not, if you want to leave a comment, don't put fucking and everything else in there. You can restrain. Typing 10 words, one doesn't have to be a swear, because I'm watching them getting banned by the chat or whoever is secretly censoring this. It's just dumb. Yeah, I'm not going to get into that. I don't know. Big Bang's a huge conspiracy, and it's laughable. It's ludicrous. Well, you see, one day there was nothing, and then it exploded. Well, if that's math, which it is, 0 times, it doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? But that's the story. Well, we used to be monkeys, and everything used to be mud, and we slowly turned into all sorts of different bullshit. Absolutely ridiculous bullshit. We were created. We weren't the first creation on this earth. There was other things, and the evidence is absolutely everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. And I have a funny feeling that the hieroglyphics explain how to live. And of course, they jumped in there with their Rosetta Stone, and they give us their translation. Hieroglyphics was beyond what I'm doing right now and what you're doing. You're typing, I'm talking. Hieroglyphics was talking, typing, pictures all at once. They were like talking in 3 dimensions. It was badass. Just don't know what it means. And it's over here. There are hieroglyphics in the Grand Canyon. There's all sorts of stuff like that out in the desert, man. It's a trip. What do you mean? Tell us about the moon video. Can you please tell what the moon coming out of the? All right. I videotape the moon all the time. I always have. I ended up in that newspaper in the UK where they were like, this guy thinks the moon's 4 miles away. And I never said that, but is what it is. I had this overwhelming desire that I need to go stand over on the beach, freeze my ass off in the dark, and wait for the moon to come up. So I did. As it's coming up, I'm noticing that the sun went down directly behind me, 180 degrees behind me. I even took out a compass and showed you. The sun's behind me, and it went down an hour ago. So technically, the Earth is in the way. And then right in front of me, in the east, rising up out of the ocean, is a big, giant orange moon, completely illuminated orange. And yet, if what they tell us is even a little bit true, if the moon's reflecting the sun's light, then the Earth is in the way. So the moon certainly shouldn't be full. First of all, it should have a shadow in front of it, like they tell us. The moon's up right now, right next to the sun. The moon's in the same spot right now, just FYI. And the tide's coming and going. But the moon controls the tides. Well, the moon ain't going anywhere, but the tides are moving all around. So it's a special type of gravity. At any rate, the moon comes up. I'm videotaping it, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, what? It looked like a liquid. And then all the little spots that you always see in the moon, the craters and everything else, they were moving around. And it's on video. And it wasn't atmospheric lensing because it was cold out and there was no chemtrails all day for whatever reason. When I'm videotaping the moon, if this is 9 o'clock, the moon was at 11 o'clock. So it wasn't distortion from the ocean either. It literally appeared that the moon came out of the ocean as a liquid, and when it got higher in the sky, it froze into the white disk that we see. And when that did occur, it got exponentially colder out. It's on video. The way the video looks is the way it looks by eye. I don't know. I've never caught such a thing. It was a trip. And then a couple of days later, there's a snake thing in the sky. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Dinosaurs? Hell yeah, absolutely. I found bones of them. Other people have. But dinosaurs weren't some precursor. Like God was like, you know what? Maybe people should be 50-foot tall dinosaurs that eat each other. And no. They messed with everything's DNA. Explain to me what a platypus is. It's a duck and a beaver that's incredibly poisonous. I think that's a leftover from the old days when they were messing with everything's DNA, which is what we're doing right now. Man, I blather so much it kills my voice thingy. Project Bluebeam, it just freaks me. Well, here's this. One of my subs sent me this morning in an email. Let me show you this bad Larry right here. Share. Blue Sky Memo. That's not Bluebeam. According to Wikipedia, the Blue Sky Memo was a document authored by the CIA. The premise of the memo was to describe actions the CIA should undertake if it did not have to operate under legal, financial, and political restrictions. That is to say, if the sky were blue. The memorandum was inspired by USS Cole bombing and written in the final weeks of the Clinton administration, delivered to Richard Clark on December 29th, 9/11/2000, according to the 9/11 Report Commission. You know what? Here, I'm going to put this in the chat. If the CIA didn't have to act according to laws. Yeah, because they do. Those are good guys. They're good, freedom-loving folk. So there's that. Mimi Praise is in the chat. What's up, Mimi? Truth happens. Look at that. She's famous. Don't know why she doesn't have a standby. Bam. Truth happens. You got the wrench. Mike Cappuccini. Is that for real? Book of Giants said they cry. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I think a few of them still exist because a platypus is most people don't even realize this. It's a beaver with a duck's bill that has a fang on its rear leg on the inside that if you get hit by it, you'd rather get bit by a king cobra or a rattlesnake because you are in a entire world of hurt. I'm fairly certain that's a leftover from when the Nephilim were messing with DNA. So there's that. Okay. What is that? 1355 watching. I don't know what that means. Is that a secret number? Oh, it must mean that I'm a government agent. Ah, that's so ridiculous. People that never show their faces are claiming that someone that's pretty much shown you absolutely everything, because I just don't care. Truth Happens is a smart girl. She's like a detective. A lot of women YouTubers are, it's unbelievable how tenacious they are. I did a video on that this morning, but I've already been told that that UFO, the three-dimensional pyramid floating over the Pentagon, was an artist. But I'll tell you what, it was a pretty damn good artist thing. I don't care. I know it wasn't a supernatural pyramid floating in the sky, but the fact that it's out there, all of a sudden in the last 2 days, all sorts of alien talk has popped up, all tied behind blue beams, being caught on film, shooting out of the sky, blowing up electrical things. Lucifer fell from heaven like lightning to the earth, and we're getting hit from the sky, blowing up electrical things. It all plays. 9/11, 9/11 is effing up all over the United States, and internet is down in many places. Be prepared. I'm just saying. Being prepared doesn't mean freaking out, wrapping tinfoil around your head and hiding in your basement. It means when you leave your house, think about what would happen if 9/11 happened today and I left my house. Would you be good to go in your vehicle? Do you got gas? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you got money? Do you got warm clothing? Do you got some sort of food? I don't care if it's SpaghettiOs. I mean, I don't recommend eating anything out of a can, but it's food. If everything's going to hell in a handbasket, I'm not really worried how genetically modified my food is. I can't believe I just said that. I did. It is what it is. What are you going to do? All right. I don't know what this. So this message is held for review. David Yates just left a comment, and there's a big square. Like, YouTube, chill out, man. Seriously, let us do our thing. You know what I'm saying? Let us do our thing. For those of you that don't know, Russian Vids is making videos again. His channel's back up. I just found it the other day completely by accident. So links will be in the description. And I'm out of here. So I got to go pack the rest of my truck. I just wanted to do this live stream. I hope it made sense. I hope it helped. If it didn't, what are you going to do? Richie from Boston. Like, share, subscribe, or don't. I'm out.